Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I've created this look and I have shown a step by step of how to achieve this very look. If you like what you see and want to know how if you like what I see and want to know how I got it, please keep watching. Foundation in the shade Golden Beige. As you can tell, this foundation is a little light for me, so I'm using the tiniest bit and applying it in a thin layer using my Real Techniques buffing brush. I'm buffing this foundation into my skin really well, and I'm going to go on top of it with a damp beauty blender. The damp beauty blender is also going to blend away any foundation that might be blotchy, and it's also going to pick up the excess foundation and just take it off my face. You need to take your time here. For concealer, I'm using my Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer in the shade Medium. This is the darkest shade available in the Indian market right now. I'm applying it under my eyes to conceal and highlight. I'm also applying it on top of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. I'm also concealing the darkness around my mouth with this. I'm now going to blend out the concealer using the same damp beauty blender I used for my foundation. I feel that this is the best thing to blend concealer with because it leaves the face looking really natural. I'm dragging the concealer over my eyelids as well because I'm just trying to conceal the discoloration on my eyelids, and this is also going to help set a base. And take your time blending the base because a really well blended base will make or break the entire look. A base that's not blended well will look really blotchy and the rest of the makeup won't really sit well on it. I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match Powder Foundation to set my foundation and concealer in place. I'm using this only because it's a little dark for my skin and this is just going to balance out the lighter shade of foundation. For this look, I'm using my Makeup Revolution Salvation palette in Girls on Film, and I'm going in with that neutral brown eyeshadow and defining my crease, just deepening it a tiny little bit. For my base, I'm using the Colorbar shade Stick, kind of an eyeshadow in the shade Blush. I'm going to list all the products down below properly. I am basically applying this eyeshadow, blending it out with my ring finger, and then applying it more just to build up the intensity. It's pretty great in my opinion. And it looks very natural as well. You can build up the intensity as you go. Apply and blend. Just don't let the eyeshadow set in between. Going into the salmon gold color, I'm going to apply that right on top of the Colorbar eyeshadow that I applied. And I'm just packing this shade a little. Because it's shimmery, it'll just give you the little bit something extra to your eyes. And so the people you are with can find you in a dark theater. Going into that dark purpley brown eyeshadow, I'm just popping a little bit on the outer corners of my eyes to smoke it out a little. I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques crease brush and blend all of this into my crease next. This is just going to add the tiniest little bit of depth to my eyes. To line my eyes and wing it, I'm going in with my trusted Maybelline Gel Eyeliner. I love this and it's really easy to use, and the wing is going to be it's just super easy to use and flick out, and that's what I'm using. I'm just lining my top eyelid. I'm not putting anything on my bottom lash line. For this look, I have not shown you a proper eyebrow tutorial because I'm just going to film a proper one later on. But I'm going to set my eyebrows in place using my waterproof version of the Maybelline Colossal Volume Mascara. And for my eyelashes, I'm using the Volume Million Lashes by L'Oreal. I realized that I'm going to watch a movie, and I there's a major possibility that I would cry, and so I just wanted to ensure that my mascara doesn't run down my face. And so I use the Maybelline Colossal Volume Mascara in waterproof on top of my Volume Million Lashes Mascara by L'Oreal because it's not waterproof. So I've used the Colossal Volume on top of the Volume Million on my upper lash line, and on my lower lash line I've just gone in with the waterproof mascara. I'm using my trusted Lancome Star Bronzer to bronze up my face and add some warmth. You can see that I've totally hit pan on it. And I'm just adding some definition to my face and adding some warmth because the foundation tends to make your face look flat. And I'm just taking care of that. For blush, I'm going in with Mocha by NYX. This just adds the tiniest little bit of pink to my face and it's stunning. I'm going in with Max Mocha for as my lipstick, and this is a beautiful coincidence I just realized. There's no way I'd forget highlighter, and for this look I'm using MAC Soft and Gentle just so anybody could find me in the theater if they needed to. And I'm popping that on the usual places that are the highest places of my face, on tops of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, a little dusting of it on my forehead, on my cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. And that would complete the look, you guys. I hope you like this look, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Oh, and while I did tear up a little, I'm glad to report that the makeup did not run at all, neither did the mascara, and this video deserves a thumbs up for that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.